In this, I'm going to show you how to use the TI calculator to find the maximum and minimums for a function. And the function that we're given is x squared plus 3x minus 10. And so I'm going to take my calculator and I'm going to go to the y equals button on the calculator, if I can find the mouse here. Okay, so here's y equals, and then I'm going to type in the equation. So notice here's my x, so I'm going to type in x squared, and then I have plus 3x, so you'll do plus 3 and then x, and then minus 10, and minus is on the right. Now I need to graph this equation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push zoom, and I'm going to pick standard number 6. So I'm going to come and find 6. And when I do this, it will graph the equation or the function with a 10 by 10 window. Now notice I can see that there's a minimum, and I knew that in the first, when I looked at the equation, because the a in front of the x squared is positive. So if I hit graph, I can see that I have a minimum. Now I need to find the minimum, and what happens is the window is not set so that I can see the minimum. So I'm going to go to window, and this is my y-axis, y minimum. So I'm going to go to window, and in my y minimum I'm going to change this value. I do not know what I need to change it to, but I'm just going to make a guess. So I'm going to go down and maybe put in a -20. So here's my -20, and I'm going to push graph. Notice it's in my y minimum. I'm going to push graph, and now I should be able to see the vertex, the minimum. Now, to find the minimum on the calculator, you have to use the calculator to find this. I'm going to push trace, and I'm going to move my arrow key down to the bottom, so I can see that my vertex, or the minimum, is somewhere in this area. But I want to make sure that I have the exact value. So notice it says calculate in yellow. Yours may have another color, but I'm going to do second and trace, and I'm going to pick minimum number 3. So I'm going to pick 3, and notice it says find the left bound. Left means they want us to move to the left of where we think the vertex is at. So I'm going to push my left arrow key. When it starts going up, usually that's when I stop. So notice there, I'm going to hit enter. Now it says move to the right of where you think the minimum is located. So I'm going to go around. When it starts going up, I stop. So right in there somewhere, that's good. Push enter. And then if you want to guess, that means you can move back to where you think the vertex is at. You don't have to. And I can push enter, and it will give me my value. And notice it says that my minimum is a -1 that'd be 1.5, when y is a -12.25. Now when they ask me to find my my values, my extremas, it's going to say find the absolute maximum or minimum. In this case, my absolute minimum would be a -12.25, because the minimum, we're using our y-axis. If it says find the absolute maximum, there's not an absolute maximum, because notice this goes off towards infinity and this goes to infinity. So the only one that I have is absolute minimum. Now if it said tell the absolute maximum, we put an N for no minimum. Okay.